Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Penalty Loop Podcast, a podcast about biathlon by Jordan Gottschalk from Penalty Loop and a regular guest, RJ Weiss from Biathlon Analytics.
But I've been at it for full time. Like it's getting close to 20 years as a not international coaching, but coaching in general.
Right. Well, and especially in biathlon, we talk about this a lot, how it's this family feel, right? That everybody knows everybody, and there's quite a bit of people working for other nations and stuff. So it's probably hard not to get connected with people. And I kind of have the feeling you have that personality too that likes to connect with people. So
yeah, for sure.
Bit.
Yeah, I would say so, that I'm not like the closed personality that's just blocks people out. Nope.
I'll still owe you the best image I'll ever have of Jordan when you introduced him to Tarjabo. And the look on Jordan's face. That was priceless.
No, it was like purely a pleasure for me. It was
Well, I felt so bad for Tarja because I know he had been sick, and suddenly he was this relatively grown man, just like gobsmacked to meet him, just like so he had to deal with me. But I seriously, it was a moment I will remember and cherish forever. So I really do appreciate it.
No, and like it's if I would like told him about like your, let's say, connection, what you had with him in advance, I'm sure he would just like seek you out and be a lot more like even in that moment, he would take time. He's one of the really, really good guys,
Well, it just makes me like him even more.
Don't like he. He's one
Maybe
of the good
you can
guys.
hook him up with Jordan for Jordan's birthday.
Oh yeah, or this year. This year, if
when are you turning 30, Jordan?
Turning 30. Yeah. I'll turn 40 for the Los Angeles Olympics. So I already told Katie. I said that's what I want to do. Is I want to go to the Olympics in LA in 28.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got all the Olympics coming up now in the US.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's going to be a nice little run. Although I won't be here.
Is it the next Winter Olympics too?
Not the next, but the next, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 8 years.
At Lake Placid then? Or?
Yeah, or for like Salt Lake for
Salt Lake.
yeah. At least for biathlon.
Yeah, I'll be back out there.
So then then we will have more US Canada, probably World Cups like this. I think would come a little bit more frequent. Would be a logic reaction. I think.
Good. You guys
I
have to come hang out.
2028. I think it's on the calendar.
So then, like my prediction is that after that, when you have the Olympics coming up, then it would be even more. Like now, it's every fourth year or something has been like the
right
cycle, and I would guess it's now going to be more. Yeah, even more frequent.
Well, that's good. Hopefully, they'll have the range ready by then, because the pace that they're going with is not really ideal. So,
is it still not done?
Well, I mean, it's done in the sense that we've been using the range, but they're still building the new tunnel because they don't want that container that the athletes had to go over just before the shooting range.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of work. That building is still not completely finished, and it's been a bit of a pain. But now the range is actually closed because they usually, like in many places, they save the snow from the previous season and they roll it out usually middle of October, end of October. But the weather's been so warm that it's got to the point where it's too thin to ski on. And we just got a little bit of snow this morning, but that's really the first snow we've seen so far. So it's been a pretty bad start of the season from a snow perspective. But
well, Tobias, how about you guys? I think, didn't it get really cold out there just this week?
Yeah, so they put out the snow, like everyone had their snow storages here in Shushan. It's been little less than normal because they don't have the opening this year, so they didn't save that much snow. They saved what they know they need for like 2.5K, but not then for like a complete stadium setup. So, and they spread it out and it looked really good. And then the warm weather really hit with rain and plus temperatures. So then it kind of, not slowly, but quite fast melted away a lot. Cool. So that was, we had very little time with, like, it was really good just before we arrived, and then we arrived just at this time when it was like melting and raining really fast. So, not optimal. It's been, medium minus for sure kind of year for early snow.
Yeah,
got it.
I wonder how long it's going to take before we're going to see floor cooling, where they put some, I don't know, what is it, nitrogen that cools everything? They put that on their path and then...
Yeah, this exists in Finland. One place there who have the cool track so they can produce and put out the snow and keep it a lot earlier. And also small part of the track in Torsby, Sweden also has this. They have the ski tunnel there, and they have like a cool track, asphalt track going over to the shooting range. So they could in principle just like put out snow there and then ski out and shoot on the shooting range. And it's not been used a lot, but
Is that sort of the pilot to try it out, or is it just normal?
That's been there for years. 10, 15 years, I would guess. But I don't think they use it a lot. So, but I would say it's probably it could be in the future for sure. Especially when you see how fast like the snow is melting when you have this like horrible rain and
and then I find in Kenmore specifically, you get these dark spots either from people because the parking lots gets muddy and then people have mud on their boots and you get these dark spots. Of course, it makes it even worse and makes it melt quicker. But I because I also saw an article a while back about this company that they have snowmakers, but it's like in an indoor facility. So even if it's plus 20, they can still make snow. So if you have a frozen floor and snow that you can make anytime you want, maybe that's a future that we're looking at. But
for sure, there are like lots of companies just trying to find the cost and energy efficient way of doing this.
So where's the team now? Are they still with you guys, or are they did they head home before Sweden?
No, I have the girls here now. Like, they arrived just over a week ago. Then we had like a short week of training. Then the season opening races in Geilo, and then we'll stay here until 26th. So we'll stay here and then go directly to Sweden.
All right. So obviously you had those races. What's the feeling with the girls coming out of the weekend?
It was for sure less than what I was hoping for, I would say. In some areas, but then looking behind the let's say, looking behind the ski speed, it was quite natural. Like we had not even a week of preparing, and we had really, really medium conditions where we were. So, like our number of kilometers on snow is super low compared to basically everyone that we're competing against at those races for all the Norwegians there. It's not the most important race of the season, but it could be in a way that because it's like about the qualifications there, and if they don't perform there, it's a long way to get back into the World Cup or IBU Cup or So I would say physically you always hope for a positive surprise, but it was a little bit more like what you could expect realistically. But we still need to hit it, like some more targets, even though the shape is not what you want. Then you still need to like how should I say, balance it out by hitting a target or two more than you than we did, at least to get a more to get a better result. So that shows that we have we have a bit of a job to do before we start the real season.
When you have a weekend like that, how do you process the results, and then how do you, or do you at all, change your training plan for the next couple of weeks? I mean, obviously it's not a lot of time before the races start, or do you say, because it sounds like when you took a big picture look at it, there's kind of some silver linings. Kind of what you expect, especially with what you discussed as like the conditions. Even though you were on skis, it's not like the conditions were great for training anyway. So I guess, did it change the way you look at what you guys are doing this week and next week to get ready for the real races?
Like not in a big way, for sure. It's last week we had like this really like wet and slow snow, this more slushy. Now when the temperatures changed, it's higher speed, like just because it's more frozen, more. So then we focus more on the high speed stuff, like being in balance, being in positions, getting this kind of the ski feel in high speed, because that's like the transition going from roller skis where everything is like very steady, not
very
the asphalt is asphalt no matter where you're skiing, and it's not like moving like the snow would. And so that's just us. We'll focus on like the technical, tactical parts of skiing more in high speed, in different conditions, in different, when the snow is a little bit deep, it's a corner where the snow is deep, like just refreshing these kind of technical, tactical ways of skiing on snow.
You guys just you released your roster for Östersund the other day. That happened pretty quick after the weekend. How much did the results of the races play a role in those selections, and how much did you already kind of know what you wanted to do as far as the team goes? I imagine that, for example, someone like Natalia, I feel like she was pretty much locked in. But was there something in particular you were looking for to fill out the full roster, or how's that whole process work for you?
Yeah, we had Natalia, Joanna, and Camilla was like pre-qualified for their results from last season, and also their like confirmation of shape and performances during the summer training. So for us, it's not as specific as many other places. Like it's more coach's decision based on just the current standard status of each of the athletes, and basically the three other athletes knew that Geilo would be the final selection criteria, or the final selection part, and then for sure it had a big influence. It ended having a big influence because it was so difficult to separate the athletes from whatever, like from last season and from the training season and the test races and the races we have been doing. So it came down to counting quite a lot in this final decision. But this is just it's about the first World Cup, and then we'll just keep if the results show that it's the right thing to do, we will keep rotating inside of the team from maybe even from World Cup to World Cup. So if someone performs well on the IBU Cup, they will get a chance to do the same on the World Cup.
And I definitely didn't see all the races or results, but I noticed that is it Hojnic? New, old veteran, I guess, back on the team. What's sort of the impact on the team, and to have somebody with so much experience back?
Yeah, she had like she had a kid. So Nicodem, he's a year and a half now, I would guess, more or less on the date. And she was also racing a little bit last season, but it didn't really materialize into like good enough results that she was ready for World Cup. This summer she's been training quite well. She's in the B team, but she's also training a lot on the side with her personal coach, which I know very well and cooperate very well with. So even though she is not part of the team, I feel I have quite constant good contact with her coach, and her development, and it's looking quite well. We already decided that she was not going to Östersund. This was like determined before the races, no matter how she performed. And then the door is open if she confirms close to her old potential. I would say the door should be really open for her. She didn't do it last year when she was on the IBU Cup. She was quite far away from the standard that she has been showing up until Beijing Olympics and before she took this break. But yeah, her big goal is of course to qualify for the team and to be a big part of the team for the Olympics, which is also the goal for many of our other younger athletes. So my only goal is to bring the four best to the Olympics, and if she will be one of the four, she's very, very welcome, and she's a girl that I also know from my last stint with the Polish team 8 years ago, and is a great girl, a great person also. So I hope she can perform well.
And do you notice that any of the young athletes on the team seek her out for, learning from her experiences, or?
Yeah, so far she hasn't been like with us in training camp.
Yeah.
She was in Antholz training a little bit together with us, not everything, but apart from that, we've been like all the time at different places. But like both I think, well, of course, Camilla and Anamaka and also Joanna and Natalia, all of them have been in the team with her from before. So they are also not that different in age. A couple of them, they are all teammates, and they keep contact. And yeah, she's one of the girls, but like not in the training group so far. But if she would come to the World Cup with us, I am sure that her experience also would be something that the younger ones would take advantage of.
Sure.
Right.
Do you guys have like a real leader on the team? Because I think, Natalia being...
It's Tobias Jordan.
Well, of course, Tobias. I'm just looking for the athletes. Because I was thinking Natalia, she's so talented. She's one of the top 25, 30 women on the World Cup. But she's also so young. Well, she's not so young anymore, but I think compared to maybe, Anamaka, right? Or does the team more turn to somebody who's been around longer? I'm just kind of curious. Or is it you, Tobias? Are you the leadership voice that they hear?
I guess I am, but I also try to make everyone like a leader in their own way. And you say that Natalia is super talented, but she's like the biggest talent she has is between her ears, the mental part of it, her work ethic, her determination, and honesty about where she is and where she wants to go and what it takes to get there. So in that way, in the work ethic, in that part, I'm seeking her to be a leader, and in Joanna Jakela, we have she has this like attacking mentality, happy-go-lucky girl who is not afraid to challenge anyone at anything, and like that part, I want her to be a leader, to show the others, like, to don't be afraid to just keep attacking. And then you have the most experienced of our athletes, like Anamaka and Camila Ashuk, which they've been around for a long time, and they have like their experience and to be a leader in their own way. So maybe with how to structure the daily lives and this kind of thing. So it all, like, I want everyone to try and take leadership in their own strong side. But yeah, I would guess that for sure, like, yeah, Natalia is for sure taking more and more space, more place in the team because of her improvements of the last couple of years. That's for sure. And the others would be stupid if they wouldn't look a little bit at how she's working because she's been developing the fastest out of everyone and in our team. And yeah, for sure, over the last 3 years, there's not a lot of athletes who on the World Cup circuit in total who have developed better.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
everyone should have a look at how she's working.
I'm definitely going to do that.
Yeah, RJ, you need to do it too, buddy. It's never too late.
Yeah. If they ever come up with the Olympics for 50 and over, then I may look into that.
It's for the really old, right? So don't they have like the senior Olympics for?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know.
I don't know if it's like Olympics, but they do have the Masters.
Right. Yeah.
Some kind of Masters categories. Yeah, World Champs.
So what else? I know with all the races going on, it's probably occupying you majority of time. But anything else going on, like any fun trips with the team, any things that are not necessarily related to biathlon, just more team building, or?
We had during the summer we had took part in the Blink Festival for the first time. That was really cool. Cool experience like this. The show race in the center of the city, the monster climb, which is just like we had bad weather, but still it's a nature experience, and like the tourists are paying a lot to go to do this trip, and we get get to do it as part of our job. So that's.
Did you ski it up too?
No, I biked up though. I was like, I took my road bike there and had a spare poles mounted to the road bike so that I could give assistance to the athletes if they would break a pole. So I actually went up twice, because I first went up with the women's race, and then I helped also for the men's race.
Oh, good gracious!
And would you still, on your bike, would you beat who? I don't know. Was it Heidi Ming who won, or Johog?
Yeah, and no, I could follow her on the road bike.
And on roller skis?
On roller skis, no chance. No. I do a lot more biking training than I do roller ski training. I think this year I was probably not even once on the roller skis.
Okay. Just you're easier to be on the bike when you're coaching? Is that?
Yeah, you can move around like super quick. In the roller ski track, you can maneuver yourself. You can easily bike behind someone, watching their technique, and then you can like jump from athlete to athlete in a very efficient way. Take the bike, like go with them one loop, and then pass them and go into the range, and then you can like jump behind the scope and also scope them. So it's a really nice tool to have on the stadium.
How many coaches on the World Cup actually do that, like you do, like biking with the team?
Quite a bit. I think there is a little bit of I think it's changed a little bit. A lot of things over the last 10 plus years that I've been doing this internationally. I'm seeing now more and more like of all nations, that like coaches being together with the athletes, skiing with them, doing like tactical loops before the races. It was for sure a lot less when I was like 8 years ago, when I was with the Polish team at a World Cup level for the first time. Then it was more rare. Now you see more of not only the top team coaches, but more and more in this mid-level, and so it's about like everyone seeing that active coaches who take really part of the athletes training. I think that they have a better chance to give more feedback and help their athletes in more areas, basically.
So when will we see you on a fat bike, biking in the snow?
Yeah, that's not. I'm a road bike guy. When the snow is here, then I'm all about skiing. In the summertime, I'm all about biking, and in the when the snow comes, then it's
And so how does that, if you're trying to do that on skis, like have direct feedback, I guess, like to what point can you keep up with the athletes? Like if they're going full out, I'm assuming that it's maybe hard for you, but at what point can you still fairly comfortably stay up with them? Is it like when they go 75% or?
Completely depending on the track profile. On a flatter, like
full downhill,
hill,
then you're good.
Yeah, you have the Strava app that you have all the segments and that stuff, and I'm in a epic battle with my friend Eric Kulstad and many of these segments. For instance, like the big downhill in Oberhof, where you can reach the speeds of 80 kilometers per hour. Then I'm part of the guys who have the fastest time on this downhill part, and then it's like us going out there on the iciest track, like full sprinting on the top to get maximum speed, and then So on the downhills, I would say that I'm more than capable to follow not everyone on the World Cup for sure, but a lot. When with my athletes in a flat track, then I could follow them on almost full speed for quite a long time. Maybe not like a full 5-10K, but for shorter periods, I'm explosive enough and strong enough to do that. But when the long uphills are coming, then it's just good night. It's something about like the power to weight ratio, and then
well, then what you do is
you get punished.
You pull to the side and say, "Oh, my back or my knee." You know, you gotta pull out the injury.
Oh, I have this message I need to respond to.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Quick phone call.
Yeah. But of course, with ratios, it's always the question: which part of the ratio are you not level with the athletes? Is it the power or the weight?
The weight is the main issue. Like I would say I'm not training like an athlete for sure not, but I do quite a lot to keep in that I train quite a lot, but like I'm also really good at rewarding myself after each training session. So then I by ways of food or drinks, I usually get the calorie burned quite fast back into my body to delete any kind of weight progress, I would say.
If they would ever do a race with all the coaches, where would you be? Top 10, you think?
Yeah, maybe in that area. There's a couple of guys who is for sure.
Who would be first? You think?
Stronger, but who is strong? Pure coaches. Sverre Röisland would be up there. Johannes Lukas of Sweden would be up there. Italian coach. My name is the name is blanking now, but he's for sure one of the strongest young Italian skiing coach there. There's Eric. Eric, he has the potential, but he's more of a shooting coach right now. So he's actually not that fit. He's just skinny, not strong.
And I'm trying to remember the name of the Germans have a former cross country skier as a ski coach, I think.
Yeah,
although he's a bit older, I think, but
Jens, he's for sure also one of the stronger. Yeah. Also the other coach, Christian Mehringer, I think also would be quite.
And did the Swiss team have is it Colonia? Did he work with the biathlon group or not? Is it Dario? No, that's Italian, right? No. Colonia.
Yeah. He's Swiss for sure, but I don't think he's working actively with the biathlon team.
Right.
You probably got him confused with Nick because they look like the same.
Yeah, I feel bad because I keep thinking that every time I see Federer or Colonia or Nick, I'm always thinking, "Oh, they look alike."
For sure, that's a good double ganger there.
Yeah.
Did you all have a favorite camp this summer?
Yeah, I would say that we went to Antholz now in September, October, and we were super lucky also with the weather. We had great weather there. It was a little bit cold in some mornings, but it's October. What do you expect in the in the mountains? So that was really good. We were there together, together with both Finland and Estonia.
Okay.
Doing like quite a lot of work together on the shooting range, doing some joint test races. So both from like a weather and scenery perspective, and sparring perspective, and then also the like just the social aspect of having. We were actually at the most there. We actually were 4 Norwegian coaches coaching each our from each coaching our like not Norwegian team. Sverre Røisland was there with Germany for a period. Erik Kulstad was there the whole time with Finland, and also most of the time new coach in Estonia, Håvard Bogetveit, was also there. So we were like the full Norwegian coach mafia represented.
Hey, you guys are taking over.
Yeah, a little bit. But don't. It's secret. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, we'll keep it on the download. Don't worry. I'll cut that out of the pod.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So is that so when you're, obviously, well, I don't know how well your Polish is by now, but is it still, when you're with Norwegian coaches and there's Estonian and Finnish and Polish, is it generally English that everybody uses, or?
Yeah, for sure. It's my Polish is such a difficult language. It's I have no chance learning this. I just given up. I can get some context, understand some context and stuff, but there's just too much grammar and too much stuff there that I don't really catch. So I'm still coaching the athletes in English, and in general there is for sure, that's the main language when you're going across this.
Sure.
And then during the race, you yell some, push harder, that kind of thing in Polish, or?
Yeah, a couple of small, like I can do a couple of the small phrases and stuff like that, but in general, most of the coaching is done in in English. Yeah.
See, maybe as a tactic for relaxing your athletes when they're having a bad first shooting or something is to throw like a word like bicycle in there that you just, that looks, or that sounds a bit like, you're doing good, or just accidentally throw a wrong word in there. Maybe that will break their negative thinking.
Yeah, that could be a tactic to get out of the negative spiral.
Yeah, because they'll
or do a little dance. Maybe that helps too.
Well, they keep thinking that all the time, so that's nothing.
They're used to it. Yeah. So, are you happy about the Broncos so far? Are they? Did you watch them beat the Chiefs?
Yeah, for sure. They have just been winning by small margins this whole season has been crazy. Like last year, they got all these kind of bad beat kind of losses, and this year they seem to have flipped it, and they hit the last second field goals to win by 2-3 points every single time. So it's it's really, really awesome. And to humble the Chiefs a little bit is that was extra nice.
Yeah. Is there anything in American football from a coaching perspective that you could apply or use from the sport? I have one thought about it, but I'll wait.
I there's like stuff to take from each and every sport, I would say. Um, One fascination about American football is that you do a play and then it's like on to the next play. Like you can never dwell too much on what happened, and biathlon is exactly the same. Like
One
okay,
shot.
one shot or one bad shooting, or like shake it off onto the next. That's kind of the mentality. Stay in the moment. Don't get overly frustrated about what has happened. Like you cannot do anything about it. So
Yeah, that's good thought. Yeah. Now, I was thinking, if you ask their, is it called a defensive line or
Yep.
front line? If they start by the targets of a shooting range, and then your skiers, they obviously have need to dry fire, but to put a little pressure on them, like race pressure, as soon as they take the first shot, all those frontliners, they start running towards them. And they have to get their five shots off before they reach them. I think that could be a good pressure situation.
The fear of getting like just flattened out by
That would terrify me, that for sure.
50 kilo truck, basically. Yeah, that we try to use not the motivation of getting, like, if you don't do well, you will get physically hurt. Like, right. I think that
maybe wouldn't go so well.
We have something called the Biathlon Integrity Unit. That right. If you
okay, but it needs a few tweaks. Fair enough.
Your athletes and treat them in a bad way, you will get reported to. So I'm not using physical violence as a
motivator.
Yeah. Well, let's pretend for a moment you were able to do this, and you lined up the Broncos defensive line, who has been eating people all season long. They're charging at your women, at your ladies. Who is most likely to get off all 5 shots before they get tackled, and who is immediately going to drop the rifle and run away?
I would have to go with Natalia being the one who is just standing there and facing the fear. Or actually, she had also a couple of. She had everyone would be able to do it, but then it's the question of like having some misfire or something. She had a period with a lot of rifle problems last season, so that could get her. No, I'm not throwing anyone under the bus there. Like, they would all be cool enough to get the 5 shots.
Good answer, Coach.
Out.
Good answer.
How many hits we would have? That's a different question. But
doesn't matter.
Getting the shots. Joanna Jakiela would get those shots out in 5 seconds flat, and then she would just. He would be far in the penalty loop way before they would get to the mat.
Good. Self-preservation. It's a good thing to have sometimes.
Yep.
Is there go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna continue with the shooting for a second. I know that you and I have chatted a couple times throughout the summer, and that's been something that you've really wanted to see improvement in. From the perspective of somebody who has not participated in biathlon, right? So you obviously have, RJ has. I look at, like, what do you do as a coach to help your team get better? Besides just standing on the range and shooting, there's got to be some other things that you're working on too. So what are those things?
Like, you have to always separate technical work and mental or pressure. Like, you can talk about specific technical details, how you just build up the basic position, That's of course something you always kind of work a little bit on, more in the beginning of the season for sure. Then it's like the aiming, breathing, and triggering uh, technical things that all of them kind of know how to do well, but especially in a situation where you are speeding up the shooting process, you might slip out on one of these areas. So then it's like my job to keep like checking that they do all these base technical skill parts of the shooting, to do that in a good way, so I could be standing on the side just giving them feedback on if their triggering technique is well, if their breathing technique is like it's supposed to, if there is some irregularities in their process, to try to observe them and then throw them some questions like, I didn't love your triggering there on the last two shots. Do you feel the same? That kind of way, or it's more like the mental, tactical part of it, um, which could be like, for instance, today we had really, it was a lot colder than it has been. Like it changed, so you have the issues with a little bit cold fingers. Maybe the rifle is not repeating as well as it is, and then it's my or then I'm or and even the mats were a little bit slippery from like snow production, a little bit slippery mats, not perfectly level mats. So then it was like, okay, there's tons of small issues now. So today, like, you cannot accept that things will be running automatic. Like now, prepare that shootings today will not be your perfect 21-second series. Like those are not the aim for today. Today we're working on like adapting to many small difficulties and getting a good result. Maybe take a little bit more time, but now we're adapting to that and working on that. Like today is not about perfection. It's about small adapting to difficulties, and then you need to be a little bit more precise with everything when it's not running completely smooth. Like you will have more movement in your rifle when repeating if the bolt is a little bit slow. So like your rifle will move more, and then that means you're not in control. So then it's about especially also in a situation where they don't where it's not running really smooth, but I see they make this small micro adjustments really well. And then it's about reassuring, or how to say it, like building up under a good effort, not only a perfect or good result, but building up under the right way of working, the right way of working task based and not only result based. Right. So when I see someone do something in a good way, maybe even they shoot a mistake, but the way they worked were the right way, then I try to reinforce this kind of the correct work and not only work result based.
I was curious, do you to I guess practice shooting in tough wind conditions, do you ever work with like big fans or something? I mean, obviously not for the impact on the bullet, but more to kind of counter the pressure you can get from a wind that comes from the side on the rifle, I guess. Or do you push it?
Actively, not actively. We it was done by some. I know before the Beijing Olympic, there was a lot of people doing that. We were training in China at the moment with the Chinese team, so we had very similar wind conditions in one of the training centers that we had there. It was very similar. So for us, it was not we didn't need to simulate it. In general, we have been in areas where we get like enough wind, but I know that there are some who, I don't know if they use fans a lot, but they try to simulate windy conditions in different ways, making it more difficult because they don't have a lot of wind in their normal training facilities. But I haven't seen anyone really using big fans after Beijing Olympics.
Okay. And are you, for very windy conditions, are you more like just take the shot and accept that your hit rate won't be as good as normal? Or are you, I keep thinking of that picture maybe 4 or 5 years ago with Doro Beer, who was waiting for the wind to die out, but I think she stood there for almost 2 minutes, or is it crazy time? Like, do you have a certain philosophy on that, or is it more whatever the athlete prefers? Or
yeah, this is something you just have to, like, I never say just shoot and do the penalty. Like,
no, I don't mean that, but I mean, with windy conditions, you can still aim for a hit, but it's like, I wouldn't say just shoot blindly and accept the penalty, but it's more like you can wait and wait and wait for the perfect conditions, and they may never come, right?
That's the problem. And like, I would say that this is something we would discuss in front of the, like, if it's like constant, then I would say, like, don't take too much time. Just give every shot a chance. Like, don't throw away shots that don't have a chance.
Yeah.
But still don't also not stay there like forever. But if the wind is more gusty, then I would like advise them that it is gusty. To wait 30 seconds is maybe okay, and then you should have good conditions.
Right.
But then it's also to be mentally strong enough to stand there, to be mentally strong enough to invest 30 seconds to shoot 0 or 1 mistake instead of 3-4. That's not for everyone, because it's quite shooting in wind is for sure like a technical skill, but it also hugely a mental part, to be strong enough to stand there and not because the internal clock is running 5 times as fast as the real clock in this situation. Every time when you have some small technical rifle issue, like you lose a bullet or something, my feeling is that if it takes 2 seconds, the athlete feel it takes 10 seconds. Then the time is running so fast, and everyone wants to. Then the problem is, if you're then stressing your next shot, then you will even miss this shot, and then you get double penalized. So
that's what I feel the hard thing with waiting is that if you then miss, then it's just. But yeah, I mean, with Östersund coming up, that obviously that's something you guys talk about, I would think, but.
Yeah, we normally have some challenging winds there, so that's not. Yeah, it's challenging winds, but there it can be this kind of a little bit gusty wind. It's not like that constant. So. I would say we don't specifically prepare that much for each World Cup stage in that way, because even if Östersund is normally like a little bit windy, we wouldn't like over prepare for Östersund, because then once the season starts, there's like on to the next one all the time. So. Then you would have perfect conditions in Hochfilzen, and you only focused on windy conditions, and maybe you don't even get the windy conditions in Östersund.
I must say, from a personal perspective, I also have a really hard time if I have to hold my standing position for more than a minute. So I don't have the luxury of waiting because I know that by that time I have to basically break my position and build up again. So that will add another 30 seconds in my case. So,
did you have a moment last year you were most proud of as a coach?
In a way, I would say it's difficult. It was really strange last year because we went out of the gate with Natalia's. She did like the perfect race on the first individual race of the season. She was fourth this in the Kontiolahti individual there. And it was really difficult because it turned out correct. And then like I'm sitting there after and I was like, it's such a high chance that this will be like the highlight of the season. And we're in November, it's that was a little bit difficult. But just like realistically, that would probably be the highlight, and it ended up being that. I was really proud and happy team wise. Best team day would be for sure the after the sprint in Annecy, where we had all 5 athletes qualifying for the pursuit in a first time in many years for a Polish team. We had 5 start quotas. We had 5 athletes. Daria Gembicka made her first top 60 and qualified for her first pursuit. And we had Shuk in 8th place, her first trip back in the top 10, or I think only 3rd time ever. Natalia, even with 1 mistake, was 15th. So like team effort there was not historically good, but new history historically good. So that was really cool. Cool moment. And also the last race of the season was also very impressive and memorable race. The Oslo mass start for Natalia, where she wrapped up the season just the way she started it with 20 hits. And for once, maybe that was the day that we didn't have the best skis in the field. We have awesome wax guys that gave us advantage in many races, but on that day maybe we did not have the best, but she just responded by in her perfect way of saying like, okay, then I just need to shoot 0 here. Like this is the only chance I have is to shoot 0. And she went in, even though of course, like everyone, she was completely mentally tired from the whole season. Just a couple of days earlier, we lost this close battle for 10th in the Nation Cup with Finland, so it was a little bit of a down atmosphere in the team, and she just showed that no, fight through it, go out there, hit 20, do the best out of the situation. And to do that on the last day, that was really impressive. And managing to get into the top 10 again, that was cool.
That was pretty awesome. I will never forget the way you looked after that race. So that was the moment I was thinking of when I asked the question.
Okay, good. So you saw it close, up and close there. No, I was when that last shot hit there, then you never know what's going to happen. Like I think she went out 4th or something. I didn't focus that much on other athletes. I just knew that was a super special effort, and in some other crazy situation with other athletes missing, it could even be a podium race, you know. So if she would have more energy on the last one, the correct athletes keep missing. But I guess this drama got a little bit lost, and I had my own personal drama, and
That's true.
nobody except you. But I would say like nobody would ever know because of all the other stuff that was going on this.
Oh yeah,
in this race. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of excitement that day.
How did it really distract you as well, or was it more like once she got out of the podium, of course you keep track of your own girl, but I'm assuming you had time to also watch what was happening in the front there.
I am actually horrible at this. I really lock in and just focus on my athletes, like being on the radio with our team and just following that all the time.
I don't know if that's horrible.
Because, like, no, because then like after a race, I don't, many times I'm just completely in my own world, and I forget that I should congratulate someone like that did that awesome race, or and I like people talk about this awesome thing that happened about this guy or that girl who did that, and I like, yeah, okay, and because I'm just
yeah, well, I think
locked
that's
into
good though.
fighting for top 40 place for one of my athletes, you know.
Yeah.
And I have to be that way because like if we would miss something, like if I would not follow my athletes, they would break a pole or and something that I should have been observing, and I should have given this info out to my staff to help my athletes. If I would be then like caught not focusing and just looking at the race like a spectator, you know, then I I would not be very happy with myself if I would be caught in that kind of mode. So too many times I focused too much on my own to know what was going on. But for sure, we after the race, you caught then I I was ringside for this drama, and it was quite special.
I think that's probably the one race where you could get away with not being fully focused on your own athlete.
Yeah, once everyone crossed the finish line, my athletes crossed the finish line there, I started like realizing what went on, and we tried to see on the big screens the
replays.
We tried to, like I was in the finish area there trying to catch any kind of will there be a protest? Will there not be a protest? What is the general feeling of German team staff? What is the general feeling of French team and their staff? Like, it was long, tense moments with everyone looking a little bit at everyone else and like, trying to get, like I say, the feel for the moment.
Yeah, that was quite something. Very fortunate to be part of that.
It was cool. And then you have like this insane moment, and then everyone had like, and now reset and do the the men's mascot, which is like being hyped up to be the send off of these amazing guys. And it was I would say like the most spectacular day of biathlon that you could
totally
dream of.
100%.
We've been holding you for a long time already. I just had two more questions out of curiosity from my end. Do you ever help your team with cleaning their rifles, or is that something that they want you to stay far away from? Or
I help them in a way when if they come with some issue, I take up the rifle and I maybe put my finger a little bit inside it and say, yeah, maybe cleaning would be in place. So I help with this passive aggressive motivation. So no, technically I'm not for sure not cleaning the rifles for them, but I'm happy to like assist them in like working with the rifle and taking it apart more than maybe they're comfortable with. Working on some like checking if the diopters are functioning in the way that they should, and going through the bolt and the systems and like working on the rifle is one thing, but cleaning that's
You've probably done that enough in your life.
That's for them. Yeah, that's something that like that you should be able to do this and do it a lot to also be familiar with the functionality of your rifle.
And do you ever like do a test where you wake them up in the middle of the night and you have to take their rifle apart and then put it back together in 20 minutes?
Yeah, again, this is more like the arm
in a friendly way. In a friendly way.
Fair of working fear based and punish based. I try to have the more like a reward based motivation than the
winner can go back to bed. That's the reward. No, and the last question I had, we've seen a couple of events now with the new targets. I don't know how much you have seen of those. What's your thought on those?
I was now in both in Blink Festival and in Munich to have the iPad to do your zeroing for you, and to also then get like the shooting results at like 100% is for sure a great tool for us coaches. It opens up if you just get this technology and to put it into the TV production, it opens up a whole new world of insight. If they can get the TV product fast, and then like it will open up a new way of giving real insights to the spectators. I think you talked about this with also some other like I heard you talk about this with Campbell. And no, the feeling as an athlete, and this was like the first thing we told them when they came to the range there. It was like it will feel like shooting on paper, like it's not the shooting on metal feeling. So just keep focus on each target. It will take long to go wide. Just go to the next and focus from target to target, just like you're shooting on paper. Like you will not on a metal target. Like even you can get an edge shot, and you hear it.
Yeah,
you hear that it's not a pure hit. You hear that it's an edge, and athletes who's really good at adapting fast, they can hear the edge shot and have that as a little bit of a warning, like a yellow light. Like that was not. It was not a miss, but it was also not a pure hit. So maybe be a little bit more careful about something. Maybe the wind has picked up a little bit, and I'm being pushed out on the edge by the wind, and maybe center a little bit better. So that's how really good athletes can adapt and do that within 2 seconds. You know, they can still keep shooting at almost the same speed, but getting this like miniature info.
I keep thinking they could implement that with like recordings of the sound of a clean hit or an edge shot, because they know exactly where it hits.
Could actually be done. I would say the technology is there, but No, I think we'll get used to shooting on these targets quite fast if that's something that's being implemented into the
Do you think it will
into
eventually?
World Cup. I do not see the reason why not. Like there is
maybe more expensive.
yeah, but no, I like I say, I don't see why it shouldn't. Like I say, it opens up precise information. You could get like the shooting picture for each athlete, showing how much the wind influenced and like did not or did react perfect to the winds and
not having to send screenshot of your target, your magnets to the people in the field. They can probably see it right away.
Yeah.
No, and we
so
were
you
talking
could
about
also,
Jostus, that you could also identify like how lucky have you been in a season, kind of like how many edge shots that could have gone either way. And I think just the Zeiss company and the telescope companies are probably not too happy because although I'm sure you would still want to do that anyway. But
yeah, I guess it's quite a lot of years into the future.
Yeah,
in that way, and
but you can't see anything, right? You don't see where the bullet hit. You see it digitally, but you can't see it on the target on the black, basically.
No, that's so there is no scopes.
Right.
Like nobody's bringing a scope, or someone who didn't know about it brought the scope. But I think it was was it the French team? They came there with scopes, and everyone was a little bit like, we are not. That's not for, you don't need that here.
Didn't get the message.
No, and then and also this like to be honest, we are the big scope companies are not. Biathlon coaches is not a big market,
right?
First of all, like we get a little bit sponsored, and then it's not something that you are using 2-3 scopes per season,
right?
Like we.
That's good.
We have the number of scopes we have in our team. We have been using now for at least the 4 years that I've been here.
Yeah.
Like we haven't gotten any new scope, so it's I think they're big in other markets. Like our the biathlon coaches is not going to destroy Swarovski and Zeiss companies or Meopta, which is our sponsor that I should have mentioned first.
Yeah, if you're going through 2 or 3,
Jordan,
then there have been some really bad days on the range. You're just smashing those guys on the ground.
Yeah, that's really not in our financial budget to keep buying new scopes because I'm throwing a tantrum. So we take care about our equipment, and 4 years or 3 seasons in, I haven't broken any scopes for the Polish team yet. So
Excellent.
I'm happy about that.
They're expensive, right? What, $5,000 at least? I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're really expensive. So we try to take care about them. But and if you do, they will last a long time.
Yeah. If you break one, we want to know about it first, though. We want to have the exclusive on that.
So which coach will smash the? Yeah, I'll give you the insight if I see.
Yes, we need it.
That's a good question. Like, who is most likely to smash his scope after a bad series? So
I would go for Italian coach or something. They're hot tempered. So
yeah. I could see that. I could see that happening on the biggest stage on the home Olympics. You will see Italian coach smashing his scope. Put that on your
season predictions
betting list. Season predictions.
Have you ever done a practical joke to put like black marker on the eyepiece of the scope?
Not yet, but
now do you think about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be
You'll
looking
see
this
it.
World Cup. How many coaches will be looking with like a black ring on their eye? We know it's you.
Keep an extra eye on the Finnish coach.
Yeah, that's what I was going to guess. Tobias, we've had you far too long. I think it's it's got to be 10:30 your time now. So 10 o'clock. Now I can do math. 10 o'clock. So
you gotta get ready for the rifle inspection.
That's what I was going to say. Rifle inspections in 4 hours. You need to get in bed. No, I'm sure being at home, busy time with kids, busy time with having the team there. So we need to get you to sleep so you can be ready again for tomorrow.
No problem. We have a high intensity session tomorrow, a zone 3 session. So we're stoked about that and hope to perform, to take the steps closer to what we want to be in a couple of weeks' time in Östersund.
Absolutely.
Fourth or better.
Don't jinx it.
No, I won't.
We actually had the first, also even 2 years ago, we had an amazing first race of the season with a 9th and 11th for Maka and Jakiela. So,
like they say, results from the past do not guarantee any results in the future, right? So
if you focus too much on them, they will probably guarantee that you will not repeat them.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much.
As always.
Great.
Thank you guys. Always a pleasure.